I'm assuming there's anyone there. Yeah, okay, it says there is. Hi everybody. How is everyone? I am so excited for a chill, cozy evening of reading. First like proper, I don't know, like cozy evening of reading in the new living room. It feels like not had a chance to sit down and do a ton of relaxing reading since I've moved. So I'm excited for this. So thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, so hi everyone. Let me know how you're doing and also where you're at. What time is it where everybody is? Obviously, it's 5 p.m. BST for me, but I know it's not the same time as anybody morning sprinting or afternoon sprinting or middle of the night sprinting. I'd love to know. Hang on, sorry, let me just grab that out of the way. New setup as well. This isn't my office. I might do any future sprints in my office, but I just thought I'd do a chill, cozy sofa session tonight. I'm really just enjoying the sofa, if I'm being perfectly honest. Feels like the most luxurious thing I've ever owned in my entire life. um, Hi. Yeah, and also what is everybody reading? Is there a way to I don't think there's a way on YouTube Live to put messages on the screen, unfortunately. But I see someone is reading Good Half Gone by Taryn Fisher. I've not heard of that. I don't know what that is. Can I guess? Is it a thriller mystery? Like that title sounds like a thriller mystery. Hi, hi, hi. US noon. Okay, well, that's quite a nice time as well. Like a Sunday afternoon of reading. Birmingham. That's my partner's from just outside Birmingham. I went for the first. This is so off topic, but I went to Birmingham for the first time last year. It's a really nice city. I'd like never been, didn't know what to expect, and was just loved it. It was really gorgeous. I want to go back. Um, Oh my goodness, 9 a.m. in the US. I mean, what a start to the day on a Sunday as well. Well done for being up early. I feel like this is 9 a.m. is early for a Sunday, right? Like we can all agree that. It's not early for a weekday, but it's early for a Sunday. um love the oh thank you, love the colour of the sofa. Yeah, it's from Next. It is our baby, it is our child. We spent such a long time picking this sofa. And we went and visited a lot of shops because I really like sure there's lots of nice sofas online, but how do you know without sitting on a sofa, especially if you're getting like quite a big one and it's an investment that you're hoping to have for a long, long, long time. So we finally settled on this one, which was cheaper than Loaf, which I did love the sofas in Loaf, but it was cheaper, but still expensive, and I love it. It is so worth it. Yeah, green velvet. Such a stereotypical bisexual millennial, right? Green velvet. That's what everybody says. It's a bisexual millennial is the green velvet sofa. It was a thriller. I was right. Sorry, I'm realizing that that's a good setup for me reading, but I'm quite far away to look at the. Oh, hang on, I have glasses. I was like, I can't read your comments. They're so far away. um, Another 9 AMR. Reading the mimicking of known successes. Is that non-fiction? I've not heard of that either. I'm just guessing based on the title. 6 p.m. Are you in Europe? Somewhere nearby? Um, I haven't done a live stream through YouTube for a long time, rather than StreamYard. And StreamYard lets you put people's comments along the bottom so you can see what comment I'm replying to, for yourself. But YouTube Live doesn't seem to do that, which I think is a kind of rubbish system. So apologies. Because we're on here now, I don't think I can change over. I'm a Fan by Sheena Patel. Have I heard of that one? The author sounds familiar. What's that one about? Like, Gone with the Wind, the most racist book of all time. I mean, it's definitely one of them. A good reminder of how recently in history people, yeah, wow. I mean, yeah, is there like sort of you try to learn? Is that like kind of like through an interest in like the historical context? Um, oh, another classic, All Quiet on the Western Front. Um, Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. I have that. I am no. I have the City of Brass. Is that in the same series? I'm assuming because of the the title, The Metals, and I haven't read City of Brass yet. I need to read it. Did you like it? I'm assuming you did. If you're continuing with this hypothetical series, I'm assuming you're reading. Sometimes we like to pretend it's all in the past, but truly bigotry is still nipping at our heels. Yeah, absolutely. Stockholm. I'm curled up on the sofa with Summer by Ali Smith. I haven't read any of Ali Smith's seasonal quadrology. What you call it. I have read Ali Smith and really like her writing, but I've never read Summer, Spring, Winter, Autumn. I have to say I've kind of never been super drawn to it. Maybe you can change my mind. um 12 p.m. in the US. Ooh. My goals are to finish March by Geraldine Brooks and maybe start A Court of Silver Flames. So I recognize the second book. I don't recognize March by Geraldine Brooks. Northeast of England, so 5:05 p.m., same time. um, oh, okay. So the mimicking of known successes is a sapphic science fiction Sherlockian murder mystery, not nonfiction. What's the first one called? Because I might need to save it. This sounds brilliant. Hang on. If you tell me what the first one's called, I'm gonna save it for later. What a cozy looking nook. Thank you. Got my science fiction. No, you can't see any science fiction. We've got fantasy and horror behind us at the minute, and I've got some of my prints up on the wall. We actually have one from The Hobbit here, so it's very bookish. Clyde is with me. This is Clyde the capybara. He's joining me for this evening's reading sprints. It is very cozy as well. You've just finished Amari and The Great Game. Is that the sequel to this one? Because this is one of my possible reads for tonight, Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. Yeah, I'll get into what I'm reading in a second. I'm just catching up on what everybody else is reading. Oh, Birmingham gets a bad rep? Oh, no, I think that's unfair. I thought it was a really nice city, really walkable, and lots of like really cool modern architecture. I really liked it. I've just second in the series. I'm participating in the history of the Russian Revolution read along with Christy Louise of Dostoevsky in Space. Ooh, okay. So, what are you currently reading for the history of the Russian Revolution? I need to read more books. I have a few on my shelf that I need to read. It's not a history period I've read a ton about, but I have it October by China Mayville that I'd like to read. Yorkshire. I've been to York once now. I stayed one night in York, but other than that, I've really not explored Yorkshire at all. And I know it's a very beautiful county. It's a county, yes. I'd like to go more. Knight's Edge by Liz Kerrin. Too real modern US vampire story that brings in oh god, the pandemic. I don't think I'm ready to read books about the pandemic yet. I think it was too recent. Oh, March tells Mr. March's story from Little Women. Interesting. Never read Little Women. Judge me if you will. Oh, it's a sci-fi cozy gas punk mystery set on Jupiter. What a brilliant, like, sort of tagline. Wildwood Dancing by Juliet Marillier. I love that book so much. It's down there somewhere. Oh, it's such a charming read. It was my first ever Juliet Marillier. I hope you enjoy it. 6 p.m. in Denmark. I'm eating now, but hope to read some manga later. Ooh, which manga? Okay. Oh, sorry. So did I misunderstand the readathon? The readathon isn't a readathon surrounding the Russian Revolution. It's a readathon of that specific book. That makes sense. Okay. It's nonfiction, of course. Hi from Ireland. So exactly the same time zone, indeed. Oh, it's a sequel. Oh, so you were that was about Amari, the sequel. Okay, I'm excited. Oh, couldn't attend the Pride March today because of chronic illness flare up, so I'm cheering myself up by doing some reading sprints. Good. How to Say Babylon by Sophia Sinclair. I do not think I've heard of that. What is that one about? And is it queer for Pride? I'm sorry you didn't make it to Pride. I didn't attend any Prides this year. But yeah, like it'll come around again, right? Every day is Pride anyway. It's just nice to celebrate, isn't it? Um, yeah, I yeah, I feel like I'm really out of the loop with doing anything since moving into the house. It's just been work and house, and I've done very little else. Um, Toronto Pride March. I bet Toronto Pride March is amazing. Cat and Gamer was my first ever manga I read this year, and it's so cozy and recharging. Oh, I haven't heard of that one, but I like the title. I'll have to look that up. Have you heard Marilia's Sybil's Secret? No, that's the sequel, companion novel to Wildwood Dancing, isn't it? And I do want to read it. Quite sad that it didn't become a trilogy. I don't know if you've read that Juliet Marillier wanted it to be a trilogy, but it didn't get picked up. Her publishers didn't want a third book. They didn't think it was like within what the current market wanted, and she moved on to a different project, which I think is so sad because I loved Wildwood Dancing. It's a shame you don't get a book about each sister. So or like more of the sisters. So that is a shame, but I do need to read Sybil's Secret. At Belgium. Witch Hat Atelier, that's on my TBR. I really want to read that. Okay, right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm reading then. So I am past halfway in The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, which, as you probably know, is a YA thriller because that's what Holly Jackson does best. This one's a standalone though, which I'm really appreciating at the minute because I don't really want to get into any new series. I've got a few that I need to finish already, and this book is so good. Like, I just want to gobble it up. I'm really, really enjoying it. I love the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, so I'm really glad this one is not disappointing. But I also like that it's a little bit different in that it is about the disappearance of a woman who disappeared 16 years ago when her daughter was 2, and now that her daughter Belle is 18, they're filming a documentary about this disappearance of Rachel Price, only Rachel Price reappears. So it's actually about the mystery of not just her disappearance, but her reappearance because Belle doesn't think she's getting all the answers. She's got questions about what happened to her mother, and so do I. And I'm really intrigued to see what happens. I definitely think I'm going to try and make a massive dent, if not finish this book tonight, because I'm so into it. Like, I need to know what's going to happen. So I'm going to read a good chunk of this. But if I feel like a change, I do have two options. One of which is Amari and the Night Brothers, which I'm very excited to read. If any of you are supporters on Patreon, you'll probably know that this is our book club read for July, August. So I want to start this like right at the beginning. Jump straight into it because I'm so excited. This is a middle grade fantasy novel about a girl who has to join like a magical society to find out why her brother went missing and where he is. And I'm just so excited for it. I'm really in the mood for some middle grade. And if I start tonight, I technically will be cheating because I'll be starting a day early, but I just might end up feeling like cozy middle grade. I don't know. And then I also want to start a comic book or finish a comic book if I want something quick to read, and because I am getting a bit of a back catalogue of unread comic books, which I'm not very happy about. So I've got 4 here, and I don't know if anyone's read any of them. I'd love to know if you have, then you can help me pick which one I would read. So these are the 4 I need to pick from. And even if I don't start it tonight, I'm going to start it during the week. So it'd be really helpful if you could help me pick. We have Save Yourself, which I think is about a group of female superheroes, except they're not like as good as they seem. And it's like about one of the superheroes' sisters, sort of uncovering some sort of like bad things they've done. Maybe I'm not entirely sure. That's just based on the blurb. Then we have Smooth Criminals, which is one that so we've got like a hacker who somehow ends up bringing a 1960s cat burglar forward in time, and they team up and become criminals, maybe. I don't know. Sounds interesting. And then Kindness of Ravens, which I think is sort of like a dark academia horror mystery. Welcome to Crab's Eye, a small town where magic is real and gossip can kill. I mean, I love how dark the illustrations are. And lastly, we have Homesick Pilots. So this one's set in the 90s. It's a haunted house. What? Right. Okay. So there's like haunted houses and a school punk band, and someone goes missing. So I don't know what to expect, but it sounds interesting. I also love the color palette in this one. Oh, a little bit creepy, I have to say, or a little bit mysterious. So those are my comic book choices, and those are my book choices. Let me catch up now that I've blathered for a little while. God, this is not the most comfortable leaning forward on my back. I might have to readjust that for the next break. Um, oh, a classical book at the minute. What one? Oh, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I love that book. I really need to read book two. In fact, it's actually like quite high up on my TBR at the minute. It was just so charming. Like I can't think of a better word for Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies than charming. I hope you enjoy it. Are you writing anything middle grade right now? An interesting follow-up to your Egyptian DK book would be on women pharaohs and the goddesses they support. I mean, God, then you're getting into territory, right, of like how much is there? Like, do we actually know about the female pharaohs? I mean, I do love that pharaoh is a gender neutral term and that there were female pharaohs, but I'm not currently writing anything on them at the moment. That would be a whole other research project. I'm currently working on a adult nonfiction book. I don't actually have a publishing contract for it, but I'm writing up some material so that my agent can pitch it, like put it on submission, and then hopefully I'll get a deal for it. But yeah, it's an adult ancient history book, but not like a dense academic inaccessible one, like one that everybody can read, which will be on a specific angle of the history of women in antiquity. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say about these things when they're just up in the air, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm currently trying to write up material for. Um, these all look so cute. I need some new comics and graphic novels. Yeah, well, I'm hoping to find a new series I really enjoy, although I think they might all be a little bit creepy as well as cute. Um, Hope everyone is having a good Sunday. I am. I've had a really chill Sunday, which is really nice. You're reading The Golden Ass. Classic, Apuleius. We love it. I hope you're enjoying it. Love the graphic novels. Haven't heard of them, but adding them all to my TBR. Oh well, I hope they're good, eh? What kind of graphic novels do you usually read? I either like something really cute and cozy, particularly anything that's queer, or something dark and creepy. Like I like the two ends of the spectrum. Like I want a horror, or I want like cozy fantasy. Yeah, that's usually my go-to. Um, but I guess we should probably start reading because I've been rambling for almost 20 minutes. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, we should start reading. Hang on. Let me catch up. Two more comics and then oh, two comments asking the same question. You really are putting me in the hot seat, aren't you? Will there be a sequel to Flames of Albion? There is a whole document folder in my laptop with a plan for Flames of Albion, Waters of Albion, which is what the sequel's called. Super original title. Um, like plotted out of what's going to happen to all the characters next, and like what said villain of book one is up to. But I just have not had the time. Like I kind of thought when I self-pubbed the first one I would then have like loads of time to write the second one. I don't know like how I was thinking I was funding it. Maybe I thought the first one would become like a crazy bestseller, but just with like my other projects which have a stronger potential to lead to paying for my mortgage, they've just taken priority, and it's just been really difficult to find time to work on something that is almost purely a passion project, which is a shame because I really want to, and I'm never going to give up on the idea, and I definitely want to come back to it, but I think it will require me potentially having a little bit more saved up to be able to you need to set aside the time kind of to pay yourself to write it, because I wouldn't get a traditional publishing deal for it. It would be another self-publishing adventure, if that makes sense. But like the idea exists, and I know I want to happen. Good things for everybody, obviously, because it's like cozy and happy. But thank you for asking. I'm glad you liked the first one. I'm going to read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a Scottish classic. Enjoy. Hi from Bournemouth and Portugal. Brilliant. Different places. Love it. And then we have some Marcel Proust. Is it Proust or Proust? Proust or Proust? In Search of Lost Time. Interesting. Never read any Proust. Yeah. But there you go. You've got an update on my writing as well as what I'm reading. So you could Kickstarter the self-publishing part of it. I'm not gonna like. I don't want to crap on myself, but given that it would be a sequel to a book that not a lot that not that well, a few thousand people bought it, so it's not like nobody. But I don't know who then read it and enjoyed it. Obviously, it'd be a Kickstarter for a sequel to a book rather than a first book. So it would really be the kind of thing I'd only assume people who already enjoyed the first one would start, and even if they had read and wanted to read the sequel, and even then, it would sort of be like if they could afford it. So I feel it would be a struggle to make enough to even get like a like minimum wage for writing it. But it is an option, maybe. I'll have to think about it. I haven't even really had the mental capacity to think about it. Maybe once mine I've got a traditionally published novel coming out next year with Penguin, and maybe once that's done, I'll feel a bit like I've got more time and can chill out and relax and get it all typed up. Um, oh, you're a busy bee. I tried to push it on people. Oh, I'm so glad you. That's so nice. It's my cozy little baby. Okay, now we've completely sidetracked, haven't we? Let's get a timer up. What kind of time would what did that work? Okay, yeah. What kind of length would people like for the first sprint? Do we want just like a little 30-minute to start with? Do you want like a longer 45? Is 30 too long? I don't know. That's kind of just what I've set it to for ease of starting. First few people to confirm or deny will be the deciding factors. Okay, we've got 130. Okay, 30. Okay, that's it. 30 minutes then. Right. Okay, so 30 minutes. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I just saw another like water reading. Oh, Jilly Cooper. I've never read a Jilly Cooper. Okay, we're great with 30 minutes. Grand. Right. So I'm going to read this book. I'm currently on page 200. I actually think I'm a few pages ahead because I've been listening to it partly on the audiobook, but I'm on the 220s and I'm intrigued to see how much I can read in the next half hour. So let's check back in then, shall we? Uh right. I'll mute myself. Uh, pause. Okay, right. How did everybody get on? I feel like I'm zooming through this book. I don't know if it's because of YA or a thriller in particular. Like of course, like YA and middle grade are going to be a little bit quicker to read, but I read a good like 40 pages, which in half an hour is quite a lot for me. Like more than a page a minute is definitely speedier than my usual rate, and so many questions and I'm so excited, and I definitely think I'm going to be committed to this book until I finish it now. So that's probably me for the rest of the evening. I must read these final like 160 pages. So how much time do I need for that? At least an hour. I did not expect the Pomodoro Kitty meow. If anyone has a timer they prefer to Pomodoro Kitty, please let me know. But it's generally my go-to. Can't go wrong with a cat, right? I can't wait to get cats, guys. I don't know if I've said this, but Chris and I are hoping to adopt 2 cats. Once things are a little bit more settled, a little bit less messy, and some of the rooms we've got a little bit of work to do in the bedroom. So once we're ready, we're hoping to adopt 2 cats, and I'm so excited. Some Nina went for a walk with their audiobook. How did that go? Was it a nice walk? And a few people joined while we were reading. That's really nice. Oh, a capybara timer would be great. Someone should make that. Oh, and then the sound that when, you've reached the end time would just be capybara. Anybody else has heard that sound on TikTok? Um, I finished March, 90 pages. That's really good. That's like 3 pages a minute. Amazing. And now reading about the realities of the Civil War. Bit of fiction, followed by non-fiction. That's amazing. I mean, I want to finish my book during the sprints. I want to be really productive. Pommel Cat is cute. Oh, I feel kind of sorry. A lot of book club people stopped using it. I haven't been to a live stream in a few months. Has everybody stopped using it? Am I really uncool? I'm always, but like honestly, for someone who's grown up in the internet, I can be a bit behind on stuff like that. I stopped to get wine, so my page count a bit low. I mean, worth it though. And also an idea. I have to have my dinner during the next sprint. I have like some noodles. It's just me tonight, if that wasn't clear. So I'm just making myself some noodles. And maybe I'll have a glass of wine with it, treat myself, eh? Yay for adopting cats. I know, I'm so excited. I know, it's like a bit of a process. They'll come in, they come and visit your house to check it's all suitable for a cat, and then you have to find cats that we'd like to. So it'd be like adopting 2 that are already buddies, preferably not specific on age, but then they have to be like our, we're at least we can get a cat that doesn't, when you get cats that say, oh, they can't live with small children. We don't have small children. That's not a problem. But there's factors considered, so it's going to be a process. Hi. I listened to 2 chapters of The Daughter's War while cleaning my kitchen and doing my PM skincare routine. Lovely. Oh, don't talk about cleaning kitchens. That's something I have to do. Oh. Um, joining while I clean up after dinner. Also, I read the reappearance of Rachel Price and loved it. Good. I went and read some of her other books. I went and read some of her other books ASAP. Was it your first one, Rachel Price? Because I've already read the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, although I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. The third Good Girls Guide to Murder book, I only read half of because I don't know, it took a twist, and I'm not sure. I've got it. I think I'll go back to it at some point, but I'm nervous. But I'm loving this one. This is so good, and I haven't read 5 Survive yet, but it's somewhere up on my bookshelf, so I'll have to once I've read this. Pomodoro Kitten makes me think of eating pasta. I mean, that is a fantastic, what's the word? Association. Join during the sprites, only 1 chapter of Beautiful World. Where are you? Got 101 pages left, so hoping to finish today. I think that is a good plan. I think we can maybe get you past that 100 pages today. I don't know what that book is though, so feel free to tell us about it. I'm listening to The Silence Factory by Bridget Collins. So I don't know anything about that book, but I have seen the cover in bookshops a lot, and it's quite a beautiful cover. Are you enjoying it? You said it's different. but good different. Does the stuffed animal have a pet? That I at the end sounded very Scottish. Well, I am Scottish. Does the capybara have a pet? No, he doesn't have a pet. Do you want a pet? Oh, I guess he could maybe have Rowlet could be his pet. Oh, this is not an official Rowlet, which is a Pokemon, but Chris bought it because it reminded him of Rowlet. You want Rowlet as a pet? I love stuffed animals. I'm such a child. I might be 32, but I love them. It's a good thing. My partner also likes them, so we can both be surrounded. It was our first Holly Jackson. I read Good Girl's Guide to Murder and loved it, but not read the second yet. Oh, I love the second Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Like maybe even more. It's brilliant. It's so good. I'm so excited for the TV series. Um, I read a few pages in the, it's few chapters in the, can't read. I read a few chapters in the Hero of Ages. Again, don't know that book. I don't think. How your shelves organized. Oh, okay. Well, I will say for a deeper look at this, I did upload a video which is called like organizing my sci-fi, fantasy, and horror, where I organized these shelves. But let me show you. There's three of them. So they're the main bookshelf from Argos. And what I like about them is they're quite shallow. So in a room like this, they're not like super imposing. I've got them sort of behind the L shape of the sofa, and they don't take up a ton of space in the room. But we've got sci-fi, then Terry Pratchett, all fantasy, and then some more fantasy and horror. There is within that, obviously, we've separated out the hardbacks and the paperbacks because of the nice unity of the heights. And if you're wondering where are all the books that aren't the same height, they're on the bottom bookshelves where you can't see them. And within those separations are generally in alphabetical order, but I got tired, so it's not perfect. And then I've added up at the top here thrillers. Nope, that doesn't work. Thrillers. And then the thriller hardback spill. There was only a few of them, so they're here next to the Star Wars book. So it's like roughly organized with some kind of allowance for randomness, and also, as you can see, a few cuddly toys. Now I've missed a few comments while I've been rambling. Some more love for the capybara. Thank you. Clyde loves all the love. All Quiet on the Western Front is devastating, but I knew that going into it. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised about that. I've never seen the film or read the book, um, but I imagine it's quite devastating. Ooh, Sally Rooney's third book, not loving it as much as normal people or conversation with friends, but still enjoying it. I've never read a Sally Rooney. She seems fantastic. I don't know if her books are my cup of tea. Um, Does the capybara have a name? Yes, it's Clyde. I feel like I'm gonna have to repeat this a few times, right? Because like if anybody missed me saying at other points, this is Clyde. I will say I didn't name him. That was just his Jellycat name. They'd already named him, but it suits him, I think. Yes. Um, I feel like I am coming across absolutely like ridiculous with this cuddly toy. Um, I'm reading Eight Lives of a Century-Old Trickster. Never heard of it. I love seeing what people are reading on these streams because it's such like a diverse selection of stuff I've never heard of. The Silence Factory is about the silk that's produced by spiders, which has the ability to limit noise, but there's a lot of issues as it seems to be making these echoes that affect people. Okay, interesting, interesting. Bridget Collins' books are very confusing. I've never read one. Yay, Terry Pratchett. We love Terry Pratchett. Oh, I watched that video and it's fab seeing the plants and cuddly toys added. Thank you. Yeah, I did a bit of shuggling since then, obviously adding a bit of books. And this is Sequoia at the end, who's a beanie baby from when I was like 10. Um, Tigger. It's a little Tigger. I'm not actually pointing at him because I can't figure out how this works. And then we have my little librarian from Terry Pratchett. It's not an official librarian from Terry Pratchett, but it's a little orangutan. And the spider plants. The spider plants won't stop breeding. They just keep producing babies. They're trying to take over the house Triffid style. I really think they are. Oh, I didn't know until recently Terry Pratchett's daughter writes for video games. I didn't know that until now. What video games? I want to play them. That's amazing. Belated hello. Hi. Oh, I actually didn't. Oh, I'm sorry for overlapping with other people's sprints. Um, is Leanne still in sprints? If anybody's still in Leanne sprints, tell her to text me back because I sent her a picture of my new plant earlier today and she hasn't texted me back about it. And it's really important because it's a plant. um, nothing wrong with the cuddly toys, says she's a 62-year-old with a teddy next to her. Thank you. Thank you. We are one. I really want to check out Save Yourself Now. It has a hot, queer looking sci-fi woman on the cover, which is how I usually choose one. I love that system. I mean, I absolutely like see it. Like I see it. I like a comic book is instantly worse in my mind if there's no queer characters. Um I'm reading 10 minutes 38 seconds in a Strange World by Elif Shafak. It's quite beautiful but also sad. I know the author but don't know that book. Um I really appreciate reading titles where people are branching out from the social media book trends. There are so many books out there. There are a lot of books out there. Um, like so many books. I have to say, like, some people I know find it overwhelming how many books there are out there. Like, it's like, oh, I'm never going to read them all. And it's like that's not something I feel at all. I'm just like, great, I'll never run out of reading material. Um, oh, Terry Pratchett's daughter was involved in the newer Tomb Raiders. I loved the 90s, early 2000s Tomb Raider games when I was a kid. And now I think I have to play the new ones. Okay, that's really exciting. Currently reading Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist and rereading Nevermore. I love Nevermore so much. Ali from Hardback Quarter is also doing reading sprints right now. Oh, this is the thing, eh? Like, this, yeah, you've sort of got all the choice in the world these days with reading sprints. I haven't done one in ages, but they're so regular. It's wonderful. There's always someone to read with, which I think is so nice. Um, Apparently, some of the recent Lara Croft. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Uh, oh damn, I'm gonna bother her. I'm gonna be like, I know you're not on your sprints anymore. Um, Text me back. um, Sundays are probably. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. To be fair. Okay, so on that topic, we should probably have some more sprints, right? I'm also going to grab my dinner during these sprints. I was thinking a longer one. Then I'll just bring it for here and have it whilst I'm reading. But I'll listen to my audiobook while I'm grabbing it. It should only take like 5 minutes. So longer, 45 minutes, an hour, 50 minutes, 55 minutes. What are people thinking? What would you like? Let me know. I can recommend the new Tomb Raider games. The second one was my favorite. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know that they're like they've got your recommendation. Just while people are deciding on the time. Did anybody play the old Lara Croft games? And there was that section which was like outside of the main game that was basically the tutorial where you could go play in her house. Because I like the sort of opening line of "Welcome to my humble abode" is imprinted on my mind, and I say it whenever people come round because of that game. And I used to just spend more time playing in her house with the butler, discovering the secrets than I ever did playing the actual game. The actual game really scared me. I was like 12. Okay, so 45, 50 till 6:45. Oh, that would only be 40 minutes, so that's not enough. I don't think that's enough. I mean, I could do 55 and that would take us to I don't know if anybody wants as long as 55 though. So I'll do 50. Wait, I never got past the tutorial. I don't think I spent long. Yes, thank you. It's not just me. I love that everyone just hung out in the house. That's the only part of the yeah. Other times it'd be like there'd be lions and monkeys trying to attack you, and it was terrifying. Okay, 55 would be great. Right. Technically, 54 would take us to the hour. So should I set it to 50? I'll set it to 53 because, like, why does it need to be in increments of 5? And then it'll take us to exactly the hour. Set times. And I'm going to disappear for a minute, but I'll leave Clyde to look after you and I'll be back with some food.
shadow from the telephone line overhead. They crossed that too. No going back. Beside the steps to the front door, Carol with dusty flowers, nodding his red toad into the fishing line. Belle picked the toad up by his head. A small silver key waited there, in its duty line. She scooped it up. Everyone knows Grandpa keeps the spare key under the toad. Always has. She was counting on Rachel knowing that too. Darling, she said, knocking Ash out of her way on the steps. She slotted the key into the front door and pushed it open. Delivered the kitchen back before we leave. Roger. The toad's called Barry, actually. She wanted to head into the stifling airless heat of Grandpa's house. Carter named him. Ash began. I'm following. It's hot here. He closed the door behind him, fumbling with the camera. This way. Belle beckoned her down the hall and into the living room. Even worse than that. Jordan caught Rachel sneaking around in here, the living room, she said for the camera's sake. Over by the fireplace. Belle traced her steps that way, looking around. The basket of logs beside it. We need to know what she's looking for. It's important. I know it. She waited for Ash to join her across the room. She told him to dress incognito, which for Ash meant a thin yellow turtleneck and didn't overalls. Convenient. Best place to put the cameras on the bookshelves. Belle pointed to the double-framed bookshelf. Hundreds of books piled sideways and up. And only Grandpa understood. Lots she recognized from when he used to read to her. She's less likely to spot it there, right? Do you have the small camera? Of course. Ash dropped his backpack, unzipped it one-handed. But as no one ever told you, it's rude to ask a guy about the size of his camera. Belle snorted, then regretted it, because Ash was smirking, too pleased with himself. Hurry up, she snapped instead. Rachel was still at home when I left, and we have no idea when she'll turn up. Hurrying. He pulled out a small black square with a tiny lens eye, trailing a black cable, all of it no bigger than his hand. Small enough for you? It'll do. She ironed out her face, taking it from him. Foot just sprung from the fireplace at the far end over to Grandpa's armchair and the TV. The picture quality better than she'd hoped. She glanced. Ew, she said. Their eyes met. Then their lips. The heart hollowed her out. She'd go outside. Rachel could be here any minute. It was before these cameras showed up. Rachel gone. Just Belle and Dad. The way it was supposed to be. He'll see. Belle closed the front door and followed Ash down the steps, circling around to replace the key under the ceramic toad. Ready for Rachel. They crossed the road again, scrambling through the bushes and trees that lined the other side, under the constant hiss of cars from Main Street. Ash dropped his backpack when they had clambered in far enough. Can you hold the iPad? He said, not making eye contact, passing it over. So I can record you watching it? Sure. I'm the heart, she said. No eye contact either. The screen showed the empty living room waiting. Belle and Ash must be there somewhere, tiny and hidden through the pixelated wall of green out the front window. What's the time? Ash asked. Belle checked the top of the screen. 29 past. Lucky we didn't waste any more time, she said. Another stab, and Ash staggered back. Her eyes flicked from the image of the living room to the time in the upper corner, counting the minutes on. She's going to turn up. I know it. 11:30. The knot spiraled, eating away at her. Was she wrong? She couldn't be wrong. Come on, Rachel. 11:31, and a shushing sound of tires peeled toward them, breaking away from Main Street. Ash breathed in, and Belle breathed out. Please don't be Grandpa and Jordan, she thought, hoping she didn't see bright yellow through the leaves. She didn't. She saw silver. A silver Ford Escape with neon eyes for headlights. The fuzzy shape of Rachel behind the wheel. Yes. Belle and Ash exchanged a look. A wicked smile she didn't share with him. Guess you know her pretty well, Ash said. And Belle couldn't tell if he was trying to be unkind back. Rachel parked, two wheels on the grass in front of Grandpa's house. Ash turned the camera, zooming to capture.
Sorry, my sound isn't muted. Is this true? So I just played you all. But it says I'm muted. Am I still? Can you still hear me? What? It literally says I'm muted. That's so weird. Okay. Am I muted now? Am I unmuted? Now I'm on unmute. So you can hear me now, yeah? I'm gonna I don't know why. I'm gonna mute again and then talk at you. Please tell me if it's muted. Okay. Right. I'm muting now. How did we all get on? Put the Pomodoro cutter away. Hi. How did everybody get on? I'm sorry if you briefly heard my audiobook. I don't know why that happened because it said I was still muted and I had to like unmute myself and remute myself. So I don't know like why it just randomly started playing what I was listening to, but I have the audiobook of the reappearance of Rachel Price on Everand as well, so I'm like skipping between them whilst I was eating. And I'm really enjoying my book. I'm on page 312. And it literally just got to the end of a chapter before the cat meowed. And I need to start the next chapter. Like I need to. Because things are about to conversations are about to I don't know, but things are about to. So yeah, I'm really, really intrigued. 52 pages, that's amazing. I don't know exactly how many pages I managed. And I was listening to some of the audiobook. But anyway, yeah. How did everyone get on? 50 pages, that's pretty much a page a minute. Well done. I also ate some noodles and they were good. I love that meow. I only just joined from the Netherlands, reading a book called All Before Me, which is about woman who was once an intern at Wordsworth Cottage. Interesting. A non-fiction, I take it. Um, oh my god, sorry. My brain, you know when you're just like, that stopped me in a moment of the book where I was like very engrossed, and now my brain has taken a moment to reset. Um, yeah. Somebody did ask though, how sorry, Eliza, how much longer is this going on for after these 11 minutes? Definitely longer. I'm up for reading some more if everyone else is up for reading some more. I'd like to do at least one more sprint. I don't know if it should be like another like 30-minute one or a 45-minute one. I'm open to suggestions or people's preferences for the next one, but I'm definitely up for another one because I need to read more. Like, if I don't finish this book tonight, I'm finishing it before work tomorrow because I need to go. um, right, 60 pages, so only 39 pages left now. Okay, well we got to do another sprint that can get you through the 39 pages. I believe. 33 pages and interrupted by Footy only of interest south of the border. Book better than Footy. Yeah, it was magnificent. In all fairness, I have no interest in any football, so oh, a 45-minute. Okay. I got 52 pages read of a court of I've forgotten what it is. A court of something, along with eating lunch and a nice pop to cool off. Oh, I do have some Soleros, and I do feel like I need a snack, but I was gonna have knickknacks to have Solero, to have a snack. I don't know. It's not quite as warm here today. Summer's having a little break in Scotland. It is non-fiction, a memoir, partly nature writing, part of the history of William Dorothy. Oh, I like that. I like when a book's sort of like a blend of genres, and you kind of get to experience lots of different books or like lots of different themes through it. That's like the kind of best book for a book club, right? Because then everyone can get something for it. My friends from uni and I have an inconsistent, sporadic book club, and we're just about to start a new book, which is The Whistling by Rebecca Netwally. We just decided on it today. So we're going to be reading this together in July, although one of my friends is also due to give birth in July, so that might get in the way. But I'm hoping I'm going to like this. I think it's like a historical gothic mystery. I don't know if anybody's read it, but yeah, this is my current. And then obviously, I don't know why I started talking about book club, sorry, but then obviously the Patreon book club book, which I'm going to start as soon as I finished the reappearance of Rachel Price, but I need to finish this first. But then I'll be reading Amari. Is anybody else actually in any other book clubs and have any books that they're about to pick up or are currently reading for book clubs? I have to say, like my uni friends and I book clubs, like we go for periods where we'll be really good and we'll read a few books in a row and then we won't read a book for 6 months. uh, oh, I managed to get a few minutes on the audiobook for the kids wanted to play. Was it at least a fun game? What were you playing? Read a tiny bit. Read a tiny bit of The Golden Ass. Classic. Have you got to the Eros and Psyche bit yet? um It is crazy stuff. Like, The Golden Ass is wild. Got 37 pages read of Nick and Nora. Amazing. Only 40 pages left. Yes. Okay. So another person who could finish in the next sprint. I love it. Okay. Now, okay. I think 45 minutes is good then, because then hopefully a few people will finish and that'll be like a real success story. I don't think I'll finish in 45 minutes because I have 110 pages. So it's unlikely. But I think I'll definitely have less than 100 pages by the time we leave, right? So we'll probably go to around 8 in that case if we do a 45-minute sprint and a little bit of chatting, catching up after. My book club is reading We Are Not Like Them. I don't think I've heard of that. Could you please elucidate me on that one? We are playing this amazing book. It's a storybook that has tracks built in and comes with 2 cars to race, so you can read and play together. That sounds amazing. Had a twister earlier. Oh, everyone on the ice lollies. I think I want an ice lolly. Um, it's not a book club, but I have a year-long reading challenge for myself. Julie's theme, July's theme is historical fiction books. Summer feels like historical fiction. I love how people associate different genres with different seasons. For me, summer is the time of thrillers. Like, I don't know why, if it's just I've done that in the past, read them and then associate them, but yeah, summer is the time of thrillers for me. Um, Sorry. Oh god. The first yawn of the stream. If anyone's ever been on a stream with me, I'm a yawner, especially if I've been chatting. So first yawn of the stream. I managed more than 2 hours before I yawned. Um, I've heard good things about the whistling. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Um, my book club are talking now about DNF the book. It was all the names by Joe Saramago. Oh, Jose Saramago. Sorry, I can't even read. Jose Saramago. I struggled with the writing style. Not sure on July's choice yet. Interesting. I haven't read that one. Um, he's got quite a long back catalogue though. I'm currently reading The Elephant's Journey. It's my like I have a different book that I read right before I go to sleep. I don't know if anybody else is like that. The Elephant's Journey by Jose Saramago is my current read. But I haven't read that one. I don't even know if I know what that one's about. I'm in a book club and we are doing a Brandon Sanderson read along. I've never read any Brandon Sanderson. We will read a Words of Radiance. So you're liking Brandon Sanderson. I know everybody raves about him. He has so many books, right? Although I meant to say before, I quite like when somebody DNFs a book in a book club because then you automatically know you're going to have an interesting sort of discussion opinion when you're talking about it. Started reading a book on the Scottish Witch Trials a while back. Oh, interesting. Which one? Yay, Saramago. um, Hang on. I sort of skipped around the comments there a little bit in a mess. I could tell I'm getting a bit more tired. Mm, I'm scared of the yawns. I think we should start another sprint. So 45 minutes. Definitely at least 1 or 2 people said 45 minutes. Are we good with that? Anyone got any contradictory opinions? Or is 45 minutes good for our final sprint? I think because I'm starting to yawn, it's probably the final one, but that'll keep us going with a little bit of a chat afterwards till 8, which seems like, well, 8 my time, which seems quite nice. I have found him very wordy. I would need a sentence to know what all the words meant, but I didn't understand. To be fair, I understand that, and he writes really long sentences, like really long sentences. It's like very stylistic. I don't know if it's something that you read more of and you get more used to. Um, oh, I mean, yeah, it's hard to read books. I mean, it's just a horrible tragedy, isn't it? The witch trials. So it's probably for the best. It's hard to read about. It'd be weird if we didn't find it a little bit hard. 45 is good. Okay. Oh, I only have 20 minutes left on my train. Okay, well, we'll get you at least 20 minutes of reading in, or 15 if you have to get ready for the train. Let me get the cat up. Get the cat. Get the cat. 45 minutes. Set times. Okay, right. I'm going to mute myself and hopefully I stay muted this time. pause. Hello! How does everybody get on? Oh, I reached, I'm like midway through the big explanation when that just happened. Like midway through the big explanation. Got less than 100 pages left and it's all happening. And I now just need, like, I'm listening to this audiobook in bed, like, or reading it in bed. Like, I'm finishing it tonight. There's no chance I'm not finishing the reappearance of Rachel Price tonight. It's very grainy now, which is probably another good sign that that was the last reading sprint of the night, given how bad the lighting is now. Wow, shocking. Let's see, what did I miss? Finished a book. Well done. Oh, I'm sorry you forgot these were happening. I'm hoping to do it again. I feel like I've missed doing reading sprints. I'm hoping to do more on Patreon and just more on YouTube in general. In the new house. So yeah, hopefully I'll schedule some more. I love the big explanation moment. I know, right? Like, it's the most exciting part. I like. I would maybe love to write like a horror book, but I don't know if I could write like a traditional thriller. I just think it's such an incredible skill to do all that red herringing and the way it all unfolds, the mystery and the clues and the non-clues and the big explanation. Like, it's a skill that blows my mind. So I don't think I'll ever be writing a thriller, but who knows? Maybe I'll sit and like hone the craft. But right now, I'm not capable. Cuddled my cat instead. She had a hairball earlier and is feeling very sorry for herself, as she should, because it landed in my cross stitch projects and she thought I was mad. Oh no, poor baby. Dinner is in the oven. I've just read the introduction to Persuasion after having bought this copy to Jane Austen's house. Oh wow, have you read Persuasion before? I loved Persuasion. It's the Austen book that I've read that surprised me the most by how much I enjoyed it, more than I was expecting to. I loved it. Finished a puzzle and read some more pages. Good. Oh, I'd loved. Now you're making me want to do a jigsaw puzzle. I finished my fiction book. Oh, I'm so glad that so many people finished their books. Nice to puzzle with company. Very much agree with that one. Maybe we should just, rather than reading sprints in the future, just do puzzle sprints. Or just do puzzle sprints. That could be fun. Audiobook and puzzle sprints. Oh, maybe during the next reading sprints, I should do a puzzle. That could be fun. And listen to an audiobook. Okay. Sorry, you're giving me ideas. Oh, Leah Lakshmi Peepsna. For anyone interested in reading about disability justice theory, that sounds really interesting. I just woke up, slept in. Oh, it's 11 a.m. Oh, sorry. God, yeah, that would have been what, like 8 a.m. when they started for you. God damn time. um, oh, a solid 4-star got finished. 149 pages left in Nevermore. You said that one was a reread, right? So, you know what's going to happen. I can't wait to read the next book in that series. Puzzle sprints. Yeah, just general hobby and audiobook sprints. Yeah, I think that's a really nice idea. Maybe even like a daytime one. Yeah, I like that. I might think about where I can fit that in. I don't think in July because I've got 2 deadlines at the end of the month, but after that it might be nice to organize something in August. Ooh, the puzzle is by British artist Elena Essex. When I have to look it up. Elena Essex. Oh, I think I recognize her puzzles. I think I might have seen them in shops before. Really colourful. Hmm. Chris and I have a giant puzzle that we started and then had to stop while we were moving, and we tried to put it in the box, like part because it's like a 5,000 piece puzzle, like a big Disney one. And I think we tried to put it in, the bits that we'd built inside the box, but I don't know if they're gonna have survived. We've been too scared to reopen it to start it again, so, um it was my first Austen book. Done things in the wrong order, but my book club organised a trip I didn't wanna miss out. Oh, you don't have to read them in order. Well, and I don't even think half the time I read series in order, let alone just, like, authors' published works in order. I'd also seen the film of literally every single Austen before I read them. So I already knew the plots of all of them. Ah, it started at 9 for you, now it's noon, and now you can have lunch. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I, I'm gonna after this, I need to do some dishes and a little bit of tidying up in the kitchen, so I'll probably listen to my audiobook and get a little bit further into this, and finish it tonight, and I'd also just like to cozy up in my pajamas and watch another episode of Criminal Minds because 'cause I'm watching the new season, I've been saving it, so there's 5 episodes and I've only watched 1 so far, and I'm excited to see what happens next, but it's also scary. I don't know if anybody else is a Criminal Minds fan. Very scary. 5,000 piece puzzle. Yeah, 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 like it's huge. Like it's like the size of our rock. It doesn't fit on the coffee table. Scary, scary stuff. Jigsaw puzzles. Yes, that's my plan. Bit of reading, getting my jammies, cozy up. Um, I wish I had space for it. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like we need to do it on the like you need to sort of clear space and sort of do it on the floor. Like I don't know if it fits on furniture, and then, like, you can't keep it, you just gotta break up and give it away. Um, and, like, you basically well, like I said, we haven't even finished it, we did, like, maybe 500 pieces of it, so we'll see how that gets on, that could be our life's goal. My cat makes it too hard to do a big puzzle. Oh, this is a good point, maybe we need to do the puzzle before we get our cats. Do all the puzzles first. This is very good. There's a new season of Criminal Minds. Yes, yes, it's on Disney Plus. Um, assuming you know about season 16, is it the so after it finished, they rebooted it. Um, last year, or the year before, I think last year, and it's the new season since that. So it's the second season of the reboot, like same cast mostly. And it just started like a few weeks ago. And there's 5 episodes up so far. I don't know how many there's going to be. I feel like there's like 8 last season. Um, and I'm just so happy to have Penelope back on my screen. I love her. I love Penelope so much. So yeah, everyone go watch Criminal Minds. Thank you so much, so for joining me, everyone. It's been really nice to have some company tonight. Well, I've been on my Todd and read with you all. I have been loving my book, and it's been nice to share it with other people. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company. And I'll hopefully schedule another one of these in the near future because it's been really nice. But yeah, I guess I should go. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Oh, any Spencer? Not yet. Not yet. As of 1 episode into the new season, no Spencer. But it's fine because I think my partner looks like Spencer Reid, so I don't need him on the TV anymore. Got one at home. I don't know. Like I don't think I could watch it if Penelope wasn't in it. Like it was sad to lose Spencer, but as long as Penelope's there. Have a wonderful evening, you guys too. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.